Hola, damas y caballeros, Senor Arroz here. So, one of the very first things you learn in Spanish, I'm talking the early days, I'm talking Spanish 1, is that the adjective almost always comes after the noun. You know, for example, el gato gordo, la clase aburrida, la clase divertida. You know, things like this. It's pretty easy to learn. But you also learn that sometimes you can reverse it. Sometimes you can put the adjective before the noun and it may change the meaning in ways subtle, in nuanced ways. And sometimes, you know, sometimes they're interchangeable. Sometimes you just do it to make an emphasis. But students have recently asked me, Mr. Ross, are there times when the adjective will always come before the noun and it's not very negotiable? And so the answer is yes. And that's the subject of today's video, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, are there times when the adjective only comes before the noun? Yes. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those adjectives that only come before the noun. Let's dig in. A few worthwhile examples of adjectives that only come before the noun are seen right here. They are underlined in blue and they clearly come before the noun. Adjectives such as ambos, llamadas, mera, mucho. Now, the words that come after it, you can choose almost any word you want, practically. Casos means cases, democracias means democracies, mención means mention, dinero means money. Once again, you can choose almost whatever noun you want. It needs to agree in gender and it needs to agree in number. Nothing about that has changed, but the focal point here, once again, are the adjectives on the left. These are examples of adjectives that only come before the noun, such as ambos, casos, llamadas, democracias, mera, mención, and mucho, dinero, just to name a few. Other examples of adjectives that only come before the noun are seen here, such as otro, as in otro médico, pleno, as in pleno centro, menudo, as in menudo pájaro, pocas, as in pocas veces. Now, of course, you can go ahead and make that singular. You could say something like poca paciencia. You just can't say paciencia poca because that would be the noun coming before the adjective. And these are cases in which the adjectives only come before the noun. And finally, among this little cluster is presunto, as in presunto autor. And our last cluster of adjectives that come only before the noun are seen here, beginning with sendos, as in sendos paquetes. Tanta, as in tanta comida. You could also make that plural, tantas personas, tantas. You take your pick as to what you would like the noun to be. Supuesto is our next one. Supuesto, as in supuesto ladrón. And our final example is ante, as in ante tamaña tontería. That last one, by the way, it means in the face of. Ante means in the face of. In the face of such stupidity. Damas y caballeros, these have been reliable examples of adjectives that only come before the noun. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you've seen, please hit me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share these videos with your friends on social media, and just about anywhere else you want. So, ladies and gentlemen, gracias por escuchar, gracias por mirar. He dicho.